everyone, this is Marjorie Wildcraft with Lynn Gillespie, the none other, and we have that conversation about who's the sidekick. Nobody has decided this yet.
Oh, I settled that last week while you were gone.
Oh, really? Well, let me guess.
You just never know.
You know, I'm so far behind in watching these episodes. I'm like, do I have to watch them? I mean, I participated in them, right?
Most of them.
Yeah, that's right. I got to watch the ones where I haven't been here because I've heard Lynn has been doing things.
I'm not doing anything. Nothing at all. Look, it's beautiful. Nothing at all.
The garden is doing
just
great.
taking care.
Yeah, yeah. This garden is
Anyways,
just
how was
really,
your trip?
really great. The trip was awesome. Yeah.
Good.
So I'm working with this guy named Dr. JoeDispenza, and it's all about the power of thought and intention to heal. Really, really amazing stuff. So I'll have a lot more stories about that. But I thought we would talk today about, since we've been in this whole like harvest feed, you know, harvest all the time. We're like,
so much food.
You're getting bored with that, you know, yeah. And we will have a spreadsheet at the end because I am weighing everything except for the tomatoes. They just don't make it back to the patio.
Yeah,
ever.
they just disappear on the way, don't they?
They're so sweet and delicious. They're
Isn't
like
they fun?
everything you ever dreamed a tomato could be, you know, and more.
That's the minerals. You're tasting the minerals.
Really
That's
good.
the secret to flavor, is minerals. Yeah.
But we will get you a chart of the whole production of this thing at the end.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. We got a spreadsheet even, like organization.
Well,
We're
yeah.
totally capable
Gotta
of it.
do that.
We're totally capable of that.
Once in a while.
So the trip, so when I travel, I've got like a whole regime going on because really there just is not that much good food out there. I promise, really. Even your upper end restaurants, and if you go to, I go to a lot and I try to eat at the best restaurants when I go because I'm not always taking all my own food. And a lot of them will be like, oh, local, and I'll go there, and what they do is they get a couple of sprouts that are locally made, and then all the rest is...
Sprouts and salad.
Right.
And then the rest is off the truck. Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, who are you guys fooling here? Like, you have fooled me. So I thought I'd go over some of my stuff, and you can pitch in here. But
sure.
Foods that travel real well, hard-boiled eggs. That's like my number one, really great source of protein. Don't need to be refrigerated.
For how long? How long do you trust a hard-boiled egg?
If I'm not in Texas and I'm somewhere, you know, and it's mostly cool, up to a week.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. They're great. I mean, you can go on a week-long trip, take a dozen eggs with you, and you covered, even 2 dozen. That's what, like, part of breakfast. Carrots.
Carrots.
Especially
carrots.
these coming out of the never-ending carrot patch. You
Never-ending
keep pulling carrots out of that patch, and it's like never ends. There's more carrots in there.
And you'll have them all winter, too.
Really?
Yeah, because they'll store.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we'll root cellar them or refrigerate them.
But you take a bag of carrots, they last, and they don't need to be refrigerated.
No.
They're really good.
I always travel with carrots.
I've also got a little tin of salt that I take with me. And you know, your own salad. You know, like your own fresh salads with some of your cherry tomatoes. Put them in a container where it's not going to smush the salad. And really, I think even 2 or 3 days you can go.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're picking garden fresh salad and you keep it someplace sort of cool, not out sitting out in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily 2-3 days.
And you know, a lot of, almost all the hotels I've been at recently have little bitty refrigerators.
Yep, I fill them up when I go.
And then Airbnb and Uber has totally changed my life. Like,
Yeah.
I really prefer Airbnb because then I've got the kitchen,
Oh,
the
then you can cook.
refrigerator. Yeah,
Great
cook,
idea.
You know,
Yeah.
way more space.
So how much food do you travel with?
Well, that depends on how much other stuff I'm taking.
Oh, yeah.
But usually I've got 3 or 4 days worth. You know, I try to take my breakfasts with me because breakfast is one of the worst in the morning. Like, who wants to go sit down and get eggs and do all that? I mean, you know, and it seems like the most expensive meal for what you get, right?
Yeah, you could do smoothies pretty easy.
Yeah, so if I'm just bringing my own eggs, my own hard-boiled eggs and some fresh veggies or an apple or something like that, I mean, that's a really good breakfast. And it's really cost-effective and far superior in taste. But I want to tell you well, how do you travel?
With a cooler.
With a cooler.
And all the people that work with me, we talk about what goes in our coolers. We all travel with coolers. Yeah.
I remember going to a TOFGA, is the Texas Organic Farmers and Gardeners Association. Once a year they have this big gathering because it's Texas. And you go to the hotel there and you could tell these are all farmers because everybody has their cooler they're bringing in. Like the hotel didn't make any money that weekend on food because everybody brought their own.
Yeah, I feel so much better when I'm eating this food. I can tell. What we call that out of the farm is when we go to a city and have to eat the city food, we call that reality checks.
Reality checks.
And it reminds us of how good this food really is. That's our reality check. And yeah, it's amazing what we travel with.
Taste and flavor and nutrition.
And nutrition and just your energy, how you feel. It's like if I go to a convention, I want to feel good and absorb the information and participate.
I got a quick story for you. So I don't know if you remember, but it was a couple of years ago. I went down to Mexico to visit the Tarahumara, who are these Indians that live way off grid, and they're famous for being long distance runners. I mean, they just don't even think. I met this like 77-year-old man who had just run a 50-mile race over the weekend, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, he's 70 something. He's running up. I said, I hope I can be in good a shape as you when I'm 70. And they all laughed at me. They all like, you better start now, you know, like, right? Anyway, we had brought them all kinds of gifts. And the guy, David, who was my tour guide, brought them this Panola, which is it's a corn that's dried and ground up and that they turn into a drink. And they love this Panola drink. And he had brought them this gift of this big bag of Panola. And it was so interesting because the Tarahumara were like, you know, we just know that's not going to fuel us the way our own homegrown corn is. Yep. So they didn't even, I think they fed it to the chickens or something when we were gone, right?
Yeah.
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 Now the raisins and the pecans, they didn't mind that. It was kind of a treat, right?
That would be a treat, especially Texas pecans.
Right? Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
So another thing that I'm experimenting with is I got a freeze dryer, and I've been playing around with it, and freeze drying technology is getting better.
Isn't it amazing?
It's getting better. Yeah. They used to be these god-awful machines that appeared like there were rumors of them spewing oil and making all this noise and all this stuff, and they've really started to dial in the technology. So I got this freeze dryer, and at first I was thinking, oh, I'm just going to freeze dry some meals for when I go backpacking out in the mountains. But now I'm thinking, every room pretty much has a coffee maker, so you can always get hot water.
Yep.
Like, why don't I make some freeze-dried meals to take with me on road trips?
That'd be perfect.
So, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most freeze-dried backpacking food is awful because they made it from the commercial food supply.
Yeah, if you start with bad, you end up with bad.
Right.
Doesn't matter if it's dry, frozen, or canned, it's still bad.
Garbage in, garbage out, right?
Yep. Exactly.
So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm gonna make some of those.
We should do that. We should go backpacking.
We should go backpacking.
There you
too.
go.
Yes, we're
and
gonna
we'll
do
test out your meals, and then we'll report.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Yeah. Good.
Any other tips for traveling?
I don't know. I just take my food and don't look back, pretty much.
I try to shop at local food co-ops.
That would be good.
Because you can pick up some pretty good fresh produce there.
Yeah.
And then that other kind of fun stuff, like I like the crunchy seaweed or, some decent salads or things like that.
Yeah.
So that's another good.
We make a lot of jerky, too. So we can take jerky with us.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And nuts travel well.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I discovered Lynn and Tom and her whole family, we all went on a trip up to the mountains for a day to just go messing around. And we discovered we both love macadamia nuts. So
oh, man. They're so addictive.
I know, right? But those are Hawaiian Island. We're not growing them here.
I know, but if we grow this food and the grocery store is optional for us, then that's the option I take is macadamia nuts.
Macadamia nuts. Yep, got it.
That's definitely it. So.
Well, there's some advice for you and tips for when you travel. There's no reason you can't really maintain this high quality nutrition
and this is where it's at.
And this is where
Dry
it's at.
it.
Yeah.
The freeze dryer or the dehydrator. Take it with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I am going to have to go back and find out what she said about me last week.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all, sidekick.
I think I know what that means. Oh well. This is Marjorie Wildcraft with Lynn Gillespie, and I will be reviewing footage, talking about this tomorrow. Next week, we may have some more violence in the episode next week. I don't know. What?
Hey, you gotta keep on top of stuff.
Apparently. All right. Bye. We'll see you next week. Have a good time.